first of all, we got Johnny Mnemonic.
What I think is super funny about that is, and it shows how rapidly technology advances, one of the key elements of that movie was that his, like, what was it, 10 megabyte brain or something?
Yeah, he had like 10 gigs, and it was like 10 gigs.
10 gigabytes? Who could ever fill that up? Johnny Mnemonic can. Yeah. And it's like leaking out into the rest of his brain and messing him up.
Yeah.
And I actually have on my desktop at home probably close to 5.5 terabytes.
That's so many Keanu Reeveses.
It's a lot.
That's an army of Keanu Reeveses.
And as they stand there clicking and buzzing and occasionally blinking lights, they are about as interesting to watch as Keanu Reeves.
They don't say whoa with as much panache,
No,
though.
they don't. Although now I'm going to go home and change one of the names on my drive. I'm going to change a drive name to Whoa.
To whoa.
Yeah. All my drives are named after either spaceships, fictional spaceships,
all right,
or characters from Doctor Who.
Okay.
And then on my thumb drives are all named after...
Give me some drive names. Give me some of your favorite drive names.
Galactica, Enterprise, of course. Viper, X-Wing.
Nice.
And then all my little jump drives are named after video games. So Tempest, Dig Dug, Cubert.
Cool. All of mine are from a video game. They're from Gunstar Heroes. So I have Gunstar Red, Gunstar
awesome.
Blue. Yeah.
And that comes
geeks and hard drive names, man.
Well, it goes back to naming all of your servers would have.
Yeah.
You would name all of your servers after. I remember the servers at Tufts where I telnetted into a mud in like 1990. They were all named after different minerals. So there was like jade and emerald, and I think Tourmaline or something. And then we named all of our servers after different kinds of alcohol. So there's beer and scotch and...
Nice. Snow Crash.
Snow Crash also is the same thing as, sort of brings us the same thing as Neuromancer with the net and with cyberspace. I love the idea of the enforcers in Snow Crash and the demons that drag people down, when they sort of get killed in there.
Yeah.
And the idea that Hero wrote the program so he's the best swordsman in the world, I think is great, and I think that actually is part of our world today. The guys that write stuff are the best at using it.
Yeah.
And the guys that write stuff are no longer this very small cabal because technology is accessible and knowledge is freely shared, and we're able to sort of crowdsource things and reach out and grab the best and brightest from all over the place in non-traditional sort of flat ways instead of like the old vertical ways that you used to have to do things. So you can just sort of cast a net and find people who have interesting things going on and pull them all together to make a great thing.
1984. Let's bring it down. Let's get real.
Newspeak and total surveillance and overwhelming unquestionable power of the state and thought crime. 1984 is quite sadly everywhere. I think some people didn't realize that 1984 was a cautionary tale, not a how-to.
Yeah, some dude I picture like in an eye patch, like stroking a cat, was like reading this and he's like, so this is how you do it.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just put whatever you want on TV and you've got it.
Yeah, he's got like Atlas Shrugged in one hand and 1984 in the other hand, and he's just cackling maniacally.
Buck Rogers.
I'm not crazy about Tweaky. I see him more as an attempt at comic relief that was awesome when I was 5 and it kind of bugs me today.
Yeah.
But Dr. Theopolis is rad. Because basically you could, if you wanted to, imagine that like Flavor Flav's clocks from Public Enemy in the 80s, now they talk and do stuff and they solve problems.
Yeah.
That's awesome.